And whatever. Mauricio saying he's going to work. Oh, well, I'm going to be working on telling you guys about the Impact Wrestling. What's up, man? Mauricio, I forgot when you work. I know it's like hopefully you're having a good day over there. Anybody else in that chat, though, come over here and show your face. I know not everybody's at work right now. I hope you guys are actually chilling at the house, enjoying your day and whatnot, or you're actually on your way home from work, enjoying that really disgusting brownish fucking like sun going down look. I really hate that part of the day, man. I really, really do. That's why I had to do this. You know what I mean? Because I'm just... Oh, what is that noise? Thank you for hosting us. Double X Falcon 188XX. Oh, I love that. I love that name. It's really cool. Hey, man. So, here's the thing. Hopefully you're not a huge person who's like, hey, you know what? I like my comic books. I do not like that wrestling. It's something that's of the old school. I'm sick of that shit. Hopefully you're not like that. I used to be like that too, to be honest. But I kind of moved past that after the Ruthless Aggression era kind of went away, PG era went away, and then Reality era came away. And because of that, he's saying, I'll see y'all for that What Up Son pre-show. All right then, Mauricio, thank you, dude. And thanks for actually showing up over here, dude. Really appreciate that. Falcon saying he's not like that. Thank you. That's awesome, dude. No, because here's the thing, man. Like, when the Reality era came, and that's pretty much around the time CM Punk was doing this thing in 2011, it was pretty cool. Liked a lot of the younger guys getting their shots to kind of do something interesting, and it really culminated in 2014 with Daniel Bryan. But all throughout this time, TNA was around, or at least, you know, changing the name to Impact Wrestling after 2012, and it wasn't really good. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of stuff that was kind of, you know, interesting at the time. I know that Hulk Hogan was doing a couple of interesting things. Interesting things. If I keep fucking out the way I'm talking over here. But no, he's doing some interesting things with Immortal, and I don't know if you guys remember Immortal at all, but Impact Wrestling was pretty cool around this time. The only thing is that people were kind of upset that, you know, he's getting too much, you know, too much writing room, I guess what it was. I don't know, because I forgot his, you know, what he was actually in charge of back then. I mean, I thought he was just a character, but, like, he started doing so much other things. I was like, all right, well, you know, it is what it is, but you could tell that, like, you know, the budget was getting smaller and smaller, the arenas were getting smaller, they weren't able to actually travel a whole lot, and then when they did travel, they started losing lots of money, and then all of a sudden, certain people started dropping off, you know, like James Storm and Eric Young went to NXT, Samoa Joe went to NXT, Hulk Hogan just completely fucking left, and then got in trouble with some, you know, some racial comments that were sitting there at some point there, but there's lots of shit that's going on around here, and it sucks because they could have had some cool things going on, you know, like, this is not like a really bad intro here. Music's all crazy, you know, Rob Van Dam was in there, Austin Aries, Mr. Kennedy, Eric Bischoff. The knockouts are still great. I love the knockouts around this time. They were doing the Women's Revolution stuff way before WWE was. And unfortunately, you know, things didn't work out. They went to Destination America and then to Pop TV, and now they're on Access TV. And I think that the last 3 years has been one of the best eras of Impact Wrestling post the Hulk Hogan era. And I'm very happy to see that they're doing their thing. Falcon says, you've been liking all wrestling, to be honest. Even if people hate the current WWE product, you don't really care. And dude, same here, man. Like, when you like wrestling, you just like wrestling. You like the idea, because here's the way I always sell wrestling, people who don't like it. I sell it in the sense of, if you hate wrestling, and you hate rock music, and you hate girls being scantily clad, there's 3 hours of content per day as far as wrestling. I mean, Raw, it's literally just 3 hour Raw. But you get, like, Tuesday, you have AEW Dark, you got Impact Wrestling. Wednesday, you got 4 hours wrestling there. Thursday, you got a bunch of other shit. No matter what, in a wrestling show, there's something out there for you. That's what they call it, sports entertainment. You got the sports aspect of it, but you got lots of entertainment. There's some way you can be somehow enthralled by the product if you just allow yourself to sit through 3 hours and just let the goodness hit you in the face, because it will happen. You know, you just got to kind of give it a shot, you know what I mean? So that's one of the things I've really enjoyed about all of these things recently. You know, I think the AEW maybe sticks a little too far into wrestling, but at the same time, somebody's got to do it, so it's cool. You know, MLW doesn't look so bad anymore, you know, despite the fact that, you know, you don't have no audience there. I think that since no one has an audience anymore, it doesn't look so bad. So this was, oh, Anonymous Cheerer, thank you very much for the 3 bits. I really, really appreciate that. Let the little ghost emoticon there. It's a little creepy, but I dig it very, very much. Josh saying interesting. Hey, you're interesting, man. You're interesting, dude. Falcon says, I think they're really coming back from that dark place, and then the pandemic happened. And honestly, dude, even with the pandemic happening, they're still able to, like, tell some really good stories. You know, they kept all their wrestlers and doing all their things. And that's something I've really appreciated about this Hard to Kill pay-per-view. I think everyone is really starting to kind of look interesting here. Moose being involved in the main event here was really cool, considering the fact that Moose just beat the shit out of somebody random on Tuesday last week. Rich Swann and Chris Sabin doing that stuff there. The fact that the Morrissey Machine Gun storyline is continuing without Alex Shelley, I thought that was pretty cool. lots of things are happening in Impact Wrestling that you don't really need to expect. And granted, they still have a really good production beyond their stuff here. You know what I mean? Hard to Kill last year was actually pretty interesting. They had what's her name? Tessa Blanchard was the main event, I believe, and she was fighting a man. But it's like, dude, WWE won't do that. WWE won't have a female go against a guy in a very competitive, badass, story-driven match. And over here, they don't mind doing that because maybe it's because they're so small. But you know, there's lots of stuff here, man. I like. Hey, Solidus, how you doing, man? I didn't even know you liked Impact Wrestling. I'm glad you're over here, and I'm glad that you felt that the pay-per-view was actually decent. But you know, Decay kind of coming back. You know, I love what Rosemary's doing. It's kind of funny. You know what I mean? What she's doing with certain characters. Tanel, you guys might know her as Emma from WWE way back in the day. But yeah, I love this stuff, man. And the fact that, you know, they're continuing this, I don't know much about Crazy Steve. And I don't know much about Emma's character now, or Tanel. I'm going to be fucking that up a lot here, guys. Sorry. But, yeah, I don't know too much about the characters, but they look like they're happy. They look like they're having fun. She's able to do the character that she wanted to do without, you know, like, I mean, WWE, when they did it, was very, very generic and silly, you know, the way they were doing it. And over here, actually doesn't seem so bad. But yeah, on that though, man, the show started off with her teaming up with Caleb versus Rosemary and Crazy Steve. And I gotta tell you guys, man, this is a matchup that I think most people probably wouldn't give a shit about, and I think I hit the wrong thing here. And this I meant to click on. Ah, there it is. But yeah, I think that this is a match that you probably wouldn't give too much of a shit about, but the fact that there's some kind of like comedic value happening because of what happened last Tuesday between Tenille Dashwood and Rosemary. And Rosemary, if you guys are not seeing it, she's on the right side, obviously right next to her own name there, but she's a creepy bitch, man. Like, she's almost like a witch character. There's like a witch character in Killer Instinct, and she reminds me very much of that character. And I feel like she's so creepy and so interesting that she doesn't have to win every match. Meanwhile, Tanel probably does need to win a match. I'm going to take a little bit of my drink of my water. Hold on one second, guys. Gotta wet that fucking whistle, you know what I mean? But no, like, I really didn't feel like she had to win her match. Rosemary, at least. But the thing is, like, the match itself was actually pretty interesting, you know, and that's the thing. If you're not really a person who gives a shit about the winning, losing, whatever the fuck aspect of wrestling because it's entertainment, then something like this will actually entertain you quite a bit because there's comedic value. There's a part where she can actually be scary if she wanted to. Yeah, it's interesting. Now, as far as the winners of the match, though, Decay actually took out Caleb with a double chokeslam, which was actually pretty cool. I actually like that they did a double chokeslam thing. That was pretty badass. But yeah, Rosemary, you know, defeated Caleb, and Steve, you know, continued on. I think he got the pin. I can't remember if they got the pin or not. There's actually a video over here. Hopefully we can actually see it if it doesn't fuck up on me. Yeah, here it is right here, this double chokeslam. I love this. That shit was cool as fuck, guys. So, you know, I mean, they're treating her with respect, man. That's the thing that's important when it comes to knockouts wrestling or divas wrestling, whatever the case may be, because you got to make sure that the girls look strong, so they're not kind of like pigeonholed to being like, you know, the typical like, hey, I barely got clothes on. It is what it is. Ryan saying this but to scratch. By the way, hopefully you have a lot of energy still, Mr. Ryan. I know you're up all night with the boys over there in the after hours, you know, but I'm really glad you're doing that, dude. It was pretty cool to hear that you were staying up with them watching footballs. But speaking of footballs, and technically this is not really a good segue, but I don't give a shit. I'm using it. This is a beefy fucking match right here, guys. Eric Young, Diener, and Joe During. I think that's his fucking name. I don't know how to say it right. But for one, the guy with the cowboy hat. I love him very much. I think that he's a very athletic big guy. Kind of reminds me of like Bradshaw from back in the day. I don't know if you guys remember JBL, but I remember him as Bradshaw from the Attitude Era. And he used to just fucking knock people down with these huge potatoes. And I say potatoes as in, like, he holds his fist really fucking tight and just smacks motherfuckers down to the ground. It was really, really cool. And that's what he does here. He does lots of choke slams, lots of big moves, but a big-time brawler. And that's why I like. It feels like a bar fight anytime he's wrestling. Now, on the right side, you got these ECW originals, Rhino and Tommy Dreamer. Tommy Dreamer be the guy with the ponytail. Rhino's the guy in the middle. And then Cousin Jake was actually on the other side. He was actually betrayed by his other group over there. And it's kind of interesting to see that they're not really going too much with the fucking, like, what do you call that? Like, they're not, like, painting Cousin Jake as, like, a victim. Like, aw, his buddy's betrayed him, blah, blah, blah. It's all, like, just, look, everyone's a badass here. Everyone's strong. We're going to just keep going in that direction with the strength. And I think that's really cool. fucking Eric Young, Joe Doring, and Diener, the guys that are on the left of that particular graphic, they actually won the match. And their group is called Violent But Design, by the way. Really like that name. I think that they don't say it enough. And it sounds like a cool name, yes, like on paper or something. But it's also one of those things where I'm just like, like, does it sound like it's cooler versus actually being that cool? Like, I don't know. But here's actually a pretty cool spot over here, guys. What's his name? Diener. He actually got his face fucking just completely caved in with that knee from Jake something. I don't know why they call him Jake something on Twitter. It is what it is. I don't know. But, I mean, like I said, pretty cool match. Very beefy, as you guys can see right there. That's stiff. I know wrestling is fake, but you can't really fake really hard shit like that. I'm sorry. There's only one way to get that move to look good. You gotta dive your fucking knee right into their face. And I thought that was a pretty cool thing there. Now, this other match, I know nothing about the storyline. But for one, I'm a huge Kiera Hogan fan. I was a big fan of her pre-Impact Wrestling. And then I kind of lost touch of what she was doing next. But she's over here teaming up with Tasha Steelz versus Havoc and Nevaeh. Now, I don't know anything about these girls. The only person I'm familiar with is Kiera Hogan, and she's the girl, the black girl over here in the back. What you call it? Or no, actually, I think she's on the left. My bad, man. Like I said, it's been a long time since I watched these girls. But I thought the match was actually pretty cool. I don't think there was a lot of spots. There could have been more high spots. There could have been more, I guess I don't want to say circus act shit, but it's just sometimes. Oh, you're saying I never heard of Jessica Havoc? No, man. I actually did not. It's really strange. There's a lot of people that are coming up now, man. There was this girl named Lady Papa or Lady Gaga. I forgot her name. It's like a wannabe Lady Gaga name. And she was really huge in the indie world. And I did not know anything about her until the Mae Young Classic. So there's lots of stuff that I just didn't follow from back then. Because for one, too, it's if I go back and watch just the girl wrestling and really take notes down, I'm going to look like a fucking weirdo, dude. You know what I mean? Sometimes I really enjoy girl wrestling until somebody's like, hey, dude, what you doing? I'm like, what? I'm just trying to enjoy the fucking wrestling match. What the hell? But, yeah, dude, this match, it's not a lot to be said here, man. I'm going to be honest. All right? Knockouts Tag Team Championship. I don't like the idea that the Knockouts have a Tag Team Championship. And I know it's probably hey, man, why are you thinking like that, dude? Trying to say women can't be tag teams? But it's dude, you got to have, these girls fucking, I know, yeah, women's wrestling, not girls, man. You can cancel my ass. I'm sorry. I'm going to be used to saying girls. You're not even allowed to say females anymore? I said, girls man, that girl, she's one of my favorite female friends. Why is a female friend? What the fuck? I can't say she's one of my favorite girlfriends. It sounds like I'm fucking her. And it's she's my favorite woman. And I grew up thinking people that said woman, that was also bad. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, you can't say female though. Don't get caught saying that shit. People are gonna yell at you, dude. Cause literally, it's been 3 people that yelled at me for that shit. And there were girls, by the way, that yelled at me. I just put that out there. It wasn't Alan. Hey, what the fuck, dude? It's not women. But no, man. Looking at this, I like this big spot that was over here. Pretty cool shit. Oh, that's not the right thing. God damn. See, I'm really confused doing this new show, guys. But this GIF over here, love the double fall away slam. That was really cool. Ryan, you probably don't know what any of these moves mean, but the fall away slam is basically when you grab just one person and throw them over your head while you lay down two, and then usually they go for the cover and the 1, 2, 3, the whole thing. This was actually more impressive because she held 2 women. It's a very hard move to pull off. I thought that was really cool, and she's also selling it too. Oh my god, this took so much out of me. Even I'm not down to the ground. I like storylines like that. I like the hot tag that came in afterwards. Very, very cool. The hot tag, by the way, is when you're knocked out to the ground, and then you gotta crawl to your partner and you tag them in. And they come in with a ring of fire, just whooping everybody's ass. And they definitely did that here. It was really, really cool. But hey, it is what it is. But we do got the new tag team champions though with that, and that's definitely Fire and Flava, Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steelz. I'm glad that they won. It is pretty cool that they won. But at the same time, match could have been better. It is what it is. But I'm not gonna talk too much shit. So I was saying, you explain hot tag to supposed wrestling fans. No, well, Ryan's in here. I know he's not a wrestling fan, and I think somebody else might be in here that's not a wrestling fan too. So I want to be able to explain as much as I can, because here's the thing about doing the wrestling shows here, guys, and especially if I start putting them on pre-shows, I want to convert some people. If you guys are into comic books and you're into the guys wearing the capes that fly into the fucking skies and then dodge clouds and da 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 da, all that bullshit, Like, I'm telling you, and I'm not trying to make fun of comic books, but it's like, it's stupid as fuck. It's really silly. And so is wrestling. Wrestling is also, I never argue that. Wrestling's dumb as fuck. But it's so interesting. And it's really, like, it's talented shit. Like, the fact that they're able to do this live and not have a stunt person come in and do all the work and then they get paid like a fucking quarter of what the main person's getting paid. It's like, no, these people are talking, fucking making jokes, making people scared, doing great fucking acrobatics, telling stories with their bodies, telling stories with the writing. It's so amazing. I fucking love this. And that's how I want to win you guys over, because I want you guys to come over here and actually enjoy this too. Like, one big thing here too, AEW and Impact Wrestling are actually sharing their roster right now. They're actually in the storyline. That's actually going to lead to the main event of tonight's show, by the way, with Kenny Omega and Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson versus Rich Swann and I completely forgot. The Motor City Machine. Well, it's supposed to be Motor City Machine Guns, but we'll get into that later on. But because they're sharing rosters, there's this guy Matt Cardona who used to wrestle for WWE. His name was Zack Ryder, not Zack Snyder. I always fuck that up, but Zack Ryder. And he got eliminated, or not eliminated, but he got pretty much fired due to COVID-19, et cetera, et cetera. So he showed up on AEW a few months ago, and it was cool. Matt Cardona came in, not to couple people down, blah blah blah. It is what it is. Doesn't really matter. But the thing is, though, he shows up over here at Hard to Kill, and this was some amazing shit. I don't have the audio here, but like the music was really cool when it came out. This dude's coming out. He has a really new, awesome costume, or attire, whatever you want to call it. But the thing is, like, he never really got a shot in WWE, guys. Like, I mean, in 2011, the thing I brought up when we started this show, I was talking about the reality era, and he got like maybe 2 months of build back then, and then hasn't had shit going on since. And the fact that he's here, it was really, really cool to see him show up, and then like him have a new graphic. And when they have new graphics, new music, new attire, all that stuff for somebody, that means they just invested money into this character. Now we know that this dude is going to be around. Patrick, what's up, man? JP in the chat. That's Arcane Gamers Z or 7. I'll say Z. My eyes are fucked. But what's up, JP? How you doing, man? Hopefully you're not turned away from the wrestling and everything. Same thing with you, Patrick. I'm not sure if you're a big wrestling fan. But we're talking about Impact Wrestling, aka TNA, aka Hard to Kill, the pay-per-view from Saturday. But yeah, man, really happy to see this guy come on in. It was really cool to see him go against Ace Austin and Madman Fulton. The match was actually a pretty cool match. Matt Cardona did a really, really good job. But at the same time, I think that, like, they're going to save his real big moments for later on. I don't know if he's going to be in a thing with Brian Mayers. Brian Mayers is Kurt Hawkins. He used to be a tag team partner with Zack Ryder. And he actually started off the pre-show to Impact Wrestling. And I thought that was pretty cool. M. Xavier saying, hey, I watch wrestling, but I didn't watch Hard to Kill. Oh, shit, well, I'm glad you watch wrestling, M. Xavier. Yeah, dude, like, I gotta tell you, Impact Wrestling's been pretty good lately. I strongly recommend that you watch it, but only at your own, like, I mean, it's not really huge storylines going on, but if you watch AEW, you're probably gonna get the most important TNA storylines from watching on Wednesdays. Solid is saying Cardona has no long-term contracts with any company, so he can wrestle anywhere he wants. By the way, Solid is, do you think that's gonna be like a new thing? Because that's what I feel. I feel like they're gonna stick with that fucking idea, because everyone's working together now. It's almost like the territories back in the day. It's something that Jim Cornette always used to talk about. He's always like, dude, we gotta do fucking territories again. He's like, yeah, shut up, old man. But if you work together, maybe we can fight off WWE and stop this monopoly they have going on over everything. Xavier saying, I've been watching more Impact because of Kenny Omega. Lots of people have. Their Impact Wrestling Twitch, which you can watch them on Twitch right now, by the way. Their shit spiked up like 3 Tuesdays ago. That initial Kenny Omega being on their show, yeah, it's pretty amazing. Yeah, you're saying you're hoping and praying that NJPW begins to work with AEW. I think they were going to, and something went wrong. I think Solidus knows this shit pretty well. You could probably explain that better than I can. But, because, I mean, my brain's so scattered. I gotta know about comic books, I gotta learn about trailers, I gotta know about movies, so my brain's all fucking over. And I'm trying to get into anime, too, so, yikes. But, yeah, dude, I know something happened, and they couldn't continue working with NJPW as much as they wanted to, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna come back and do some things together, because it just makes sense. Plus, dude, like, the fucking matches they be having. I know John Moxley's still doing NJPW stuff, so that would be cool. So I was saying they believe in interpromotion as well. And yeah, dude, I think that's actually a pretty cool idea. But moving on, just kind of. Oh, by the way, yeah, Matt Cardona, beat Ace Austin. I think that's pretty obvious, just considering the fact that he's even there. I want to make a correction on myself, by the way, because I said this wrong last Tuesday. I thought that the tag team match last Tuesday between Chris Bay, Manic, Havoc, and Rohit Raju, I thought it was going to be a Fatal 4-Way match for this show, but apparently it wasn't. So it's Chris Bay, Manic, Rohit. I gotta tell you, that was an amazing match. And Chris Bay, easily one of the best wrestlers out there right now. I fucking love this guy. Fucking amazing. Incredible. Gotta tell you though, I did not think that Manic was gonna win the fucking championship. I was so fucking pissed off, dude. Like, Manic is cool because he's like creepy character. He's mysterious. You know, he got demasked, by the way, and like he fucking had a bunch of face paint, whatever, to cover it all up still. So once again, it's like, oh, we feel like we're fucked there. But like Chris Bay, he would have made a good champion, but I do think he's a better chaser than he is a holder, and I think he could probably chase after a better championship. Like Chris Bay versus Rich Swann would be fucking amazing. I would love that. But Rohit Raju, and I know I can't even say his fucking name right, so I can't be. You know, I'm not going to pretend to be that fucking mad. But he's a guy over here on the right. Now, on the right, Rohit, his character basically is like, and I don't want to say his raw nationality or rationality, whatever it is. But like, he is a guy who is kind of an aristocrat. He has lots of money. He's kind of a complainer. Every time he loses a match or gets paired up against somebody he thinks he's going to lose against, he loses his fucking mind, just complaining, slamming down doors, yelling, threatening, all this stuff. But at the same time, that's the guy you want to be champion because he is going to be the apex. He's going to be the guy that is on top of the Mortal Kombat tower, essentially. So you want to have someone who's chasing him to beat his fucking ass, right? And if he's not the guy on top, he's kind of like a pussy for no reason because he's also chasing too. If he's chasing after someone as crazy as Manic, like fucking, he's not really that much of a pussy, right? He's going after the guy who's going to beat his ass. So I feel like it was a very weird decision to not have Rohit win. And I mean, okay, so let's not have him win. Well, at least let Chris Bay win because he can continue his storyline being cocky, maybe going one-on-one with Rohit, and you know, maybe having one-on-one matches with Manic. But no, they just kind of kept on with the status quo, kept the belt on Manic, and gotta tell you, dude, that was a bad idea. I do not like that. That was a very bad booking idea, unfortunately, and I hate that. And you know, I love the the reveal, by the way, his face. I thought that's kind of cool. But at the same time, like, haven't they had many guys like play as? Oh no, it was Suicide. Suicide was a person that they kind of went back and forth with. But still, man, I don't know. If you're gonna do like a reveal, or whatever, kind of make it mean something. I don't know. Xavier saying Young Bucks and Kenny Omega had a bad falling out with the previous CEO of New Japan. Oh, that's probably why. Well, thank you. Solid is saying AEW and JPW had a little fallout because of Bucks. Oh yeah, he just said that. Yeah. But you know, they're patching things up, like you said, Solid. And I am so fucking like really curious how that's gonna end up. Gary's saying I wish Vince McMahon never bought WCW. Dude, me too. If WCW would have stayed around even through the fucking umbrella of WWE, I think it would have been really amazing. Especially considering the fact that like they kind of did that anyways with the brand extension. If you're gonna do the brand extension, then fucking, you know, call it WCW then. You know, you got WWE, which is red, WCW is blue. You know, might as well call it fucking Thunder. Because SmackDown's not a great name for that show, by the way. It's never been a good name. You just took The Rock's catchphrase and fucking called it that. Like, you know, it's kind of weird. Like, they even did it with another show on a Saturday night called WWE Bottom Line. And I was like, what? Bottom line what? You're just naming shit off of catchphrases? God, like, imagine they wouldn't have done that today. Like, the You Can't See Me show. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Or WWE 5 Knuckle Shuffle. Be fucking stupid. Jane, woo! You got the Ric Flair going on. Oh, yes. Dude, I can't wait to talk about that shit tonight. When Havoc comes on, we're going to do a pre-show, and then after the pre-show, we're going to come back really late tonight and talk about Raw. And there's a storyline going on with Ric Flair and fucking Lacey Evans. Yikes, bro. I don't like it at all. Solid is saying Manic Suicide has had like 4 wrestlers play the character. Yeah. So, I don't know, man. Like I said, I think I was complaining, but it's not a big deal. It is what it is. Oh, God. WWE Balls of Fire. Great Balls of Fire. That was so fucking stupid. You know what sucks, too, dude? It's like, that was actually a pretty good main event because they had Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman. And I think Samoa Joe, too. Really good match. And then, you know, fucking... You gotta watch the Great Balls of Fire. Imagine, like, Paul Heyman trying to sell that. Well, see you next Sunday at Great Balls of Fire. Like, ugh, stupid. That's why people make fun of wrestling. So I was saying, Lacey Evans has said on air she is married with a kid and now she's in a relationship with Ric Flair. Ric Flair don't give a fuck. Ric Flair fucking everybody, bro. What you call it? Gene saying Greg Alba from Real Rejects read my book yesterday and said it was great. Nice, dude. That's badass. Yeah. I'm really glad that you and Real Rejects have a nice connection with each other. Those are good guys. I actually like their content quite a bit. Gary's saying not surprised that he didn't even show Austin 316 or the 316 show. Yeah, that'd be fucking weird. But moving on, man. They had the Knockouts Championship on the line. That was a pretty cool idea to have that on this show because there wasn't any other titles going on. But Deanna Perazzo, she defeated Taya Valkyrie. I forgot her fucking name. But yeah, here it is right here. I like Deanna Perazzo. I think she's kind of boring, but she's very pretty. I mean, let's just be honest. That's one of the things I first noticed when I saw her wrestle. But another thing, too, is that she has a really fucked up backstory. And Roxy, believe it or not, told me about this. But she had a lot of child abuse stuff happening growing up or whatever. And, once she actually talked about all the stuff that she went through, I think that's when Impact Wrestling started to push her. But that kind of goes to show, it's like, dude, people should come out and tell their stories more often during these things. It would be kind of, interesting because, as you can see, how the fuck did Roxy, who doesn't watch wrestling, how did she know about this? You know what I mean? But she did, and that's happened with a lot of people. I mean, this is a bad example, but the Paige stuff. I mean, yeah, it's terrible that Page 6 tapes went out there and blah, 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 but the fact that Paige is crying on Twitch, talking shit about WWE, going through all the things she's going through, Zelina Vega doing her thing, these women are creating a buzz for themselves that if they do go back to WWE or if they do a new Twitch or they become models for a different organization or whatever the case may be, they have non-wrestling fans interested. And once they, fall in love with you, they'll fall in love with what you do, and then you'll have some new wrestling fans. And I think that's really, really cool. That's something that what's her name? Nyla Rose, because she's one of the first trans, knockouts, or not knockouts, AEW females. And the thing is she's fucking incredible too, and she's getting lots of people coming in. I just talked to her 2 days ago on her Twitch, and Nyla Rose is just open to hanging out with people. She just got COVID too. I think she got sick recently, but yeah, man, Nyla Rose is creating a buzz for herself. So I love when these women are doing this, man. I really, really do. And granted, yeah, as Solid has said, Deanna got that ass. But she's also got them skills too, man. Seriously, I really love what she's doing. I think that her character is boring as fuck. I'm going to be honest. That's just me being a crybaby. But, it is what it is. Now, really quick, I got to talk about this shit, y'all. Something happened, and it's trending right now. I hit the wrong button again. But this, guys, so this dude, the Karate Man, is really, really pissed off. Apparently, he did not approve this editing. I actually missed this on the show. I saw this and I was like, this is fucking stupid. I'm not watching this. This is dumb as fuck. I'm going to go take my shit. I'm going to go pee, all that good stuff. And when I came back and I saw just this, when he's looking at the heart, because it reminds me of Dumb and Dumber. And it's it's funny, but this is a pay-per-view. This is something people are paying for. And believe it or not, the Karate Man himself got mad, went on Twitter, and was like, yeah, I'm fucking pissed. You motherfuckers. Oh, you're saying he left the company before they edited this. Okay, never mind then. But no, isn't that fucking embarrassing? This is really bad, though. No matter what, if someone leaves or whatever, you don't do fucking stupid shit like this. Yeah, and apparently he was watching with his family and stuff. There was a whole post about it on Bleacher Report and lots of other things. One of the more trending news topics going on right now. So, yeah, it just sucks that that's going on, man. They really fucked that up. Well, it's supposed to be taken seriously, really, with the heart and everything, too? I don't know. Fucking stupid. I will say this, though, guys, and this is actually a pretty big one here. I noticed, and I could be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong here. But in the next match, the match with Eddie Edwards and Sami Callihan, there was no Shamrock stuff going on. I was really hoping to see Shamrock. The match was a very just fucking messy, clumsy ass action fucking filled Extreme Rules match. It was cool, but yeah, dude, I don't like Sami Callihan that much. I mean, he's cool. I like his character. I love the fucking cell phone stuff that he's doing ever. So it was badass. But I also feel dude, to a certain extent, man, you're kind of sloppy in the ring. That was what I was looking for. I'm saying clumsy and all this shit. No, sloppy. And sloppy could be cool. I used to love ECW, but sometimes sloppy can be terrible. And Eddie Edwards is so capable of way, way, way better. So he won this match, cool. But if this storyline is over, boo. Like fucking boo. Last Tuesday they just kidnapped his wife, and Shamrock helped him. So it's like, I don't know what's gonna happen next, but that was rough. That was actually pretty terrible. But moving on, guys, this is the big one. I will say there wasn't a lot of storyline shit going on with this, with the main event. I love Moose. I love what he did. This is actually pretty cool seeing here. Moose just done fucked up Kenny Omega. Bam! Look at that shit. Incredible. That's like some Kurt Angle shit. And Moose is one of my favorite competitors on Impact Wrestling right now. But man, like you would think there would have been some gimmicks here. I was expecting Jon Moxley to show up. This would be his like first time showing up on Impact Wrestling stuff. I wanted to see fucking like Young Bucks get involved. Some shit. Like this is nothing. This is really bad, dude. Are really bad for fucking like storylines. Because this is a great match. This was really an amazing match. Yeah, as you said, Solidus, this is hands down the best Moose match ever. Really, it fucking so was. So was. But come on, like you got some good shit going on here. You know, you guys missed it. The GIF will restart. Yeah, there is Bullet Club. You're literally talking about the Bullet Club. You got the AEW title. You're putting in so much into the storyline, and all you have is, well, we had the match and then we won. What does this mean for the future of Impact Wrestling or AEW? Like, I don't know. And yeah, you're right, Solidus. No, you're absolutely right, dude. This is the beginning of that whole fucking rivalry. But like, you couldn't have Jon Moxley see like, you know, maybe he walks in the audience, whatever, and he's just looking like, "I'm gonna fuck y'all up later on," or have him walk backstage and then security stops him, or something. Fuck. You know what I mean? Or maybe Kenny Omega pisses off somebody on the Impact Wrestling roster, so then more Impact wrestlers come out trying to be like, "Hey, you get out of our locker room. You don't belong here, motherfucker." Like something. But I don't know, man. But Kenny Omega won, of course. You had to, you know. They beat Rich Swann, Chris Sabin, and Moose. I really would have liked to see an Alex Shelley appearance. I mean, look. Here's my thing. If this was an Impact Wrestling show, this would have been an amazing match to end the night off. And this entire event was incredible. But this is fucking hard to kill. The first pay-per-view of Impact Wrestling in 2021. This is what you gave us? This was if I paid money for this show, I'd be fucking mad. Because I gotta tell you, the best thing about this, oh, he has COVID probably? Okay, well then shit. Damn, Solidus over here, like, I'm glad you know as much as you know, because I'm fucking up with my lack of fucking being able to tell the right backstory fucking things here. But at the same time, dude, it's like, Jesus, like, it's annoying. Mike for Life saying Jon Moxley versus Sami Callihan would be a great match. Yes, it so would, sir. It so would. It'd be bloody as fuck too. Like that's a sloppy match I wouldn't mind seeing, Mike for Life. But that's the thing. It's just like for me, I think you know there's so many things going on in the world that like you can't get heat for wrestling sometimes. Like I can't see myself hating a heel when I gotta deal with shit like, oh my god, there's a virus killing my family members. You know what I mean? Like I can't. You know, when the stuff when we have a heel as the president, Donald Trump, you know, until 2 days. But you know, when we have shit going on like that, I can't give a fuck about wrestling. So in order to combat that, just make shit move faster, write some more stuff. And for me, I'm like, do we have a reason to hate Kenny Omega right now? He has great matches. He's kind of funny. Like I don't know. And then like literally last Tuesday, they're making jokes backstage. You know, fucking. Don Callis is like, hey guys, stop arguing, you know, talking about the juice and someone ate whatever the fuck was in the refrigerator. Like, why is that a storyline? You're wasting my fucking time. You guys have a chance to beat WWE. And to be honest, they kind of did beat WWE. Like, right now I'm liking AEW and Impact more than WWE and NXT right now. But that's not to say I like them a lot more. You know, all WWE needs to do one day is give a fuck for 2 hours and completely whoop your ass. And you guys do this? This is your main event? Fucking yikes. Bad. So bad. And that's why I'm going to go into this really quick, man. For me, be the Booker time. I always want to do this. Be the Booker time. For me, what I would have done, even leading up to this show, is that this would not have been at all a fucking six-man match, especially with Alex Shelley gone. I would have switched it up where maybe Luke Gallows and whoever the fuck gets distracted by somebody else on the roster, and then they continue just fighting that way, and this would have been a Rich Swann versus Kenny Omega match. And I would have had this happen too. I would have had Rich Swann win. This is Impact Wrestling. you gotta have Rich Swann win. I don't even understand why you had to like do like a heelish roll up on last Tuesday beating Carl Anderson, because yeah, Carl Anderson is a singles or not singles, he's a tag team wrestler, and Rich Swann is a singles wrestler. Why the fuck did you screw that up? It doesn't make sense. And then this show he loses to fucking Kenny Omega. They're not doing Rich Swann any favors at all right now. And I know they're gonna have a match later on with them going against each other, and that's cool. I'm so down for that. But that should have happened at Hard to Kill. That would have been easily a huge main event. And yeah, I mean, for the rest of the show, yeah, I'm kind of cool. I'm kind of cool with everything that happened. But man, we gotta start cooking this shit up, dude. It's fucking Impact Wrestling. It's fucking AEW. Like, what are you guys doing? This could have been a champion versus champion match. Dude, you could have done this super awesome thing where maybe Rich Swann loses the Impact Wrestling title to Kenny Omega, but now we got Rich Swann on 2 shows as he chases him on AEW, and then in between that, maybe Rich Swann has to fight Jon Moxley. Dude, that would have been fucking amazing. Face versus face, but company versus company. Oh my god, the fucking storylines. There are so many storylines we can do right now. This is amazing. But what the fuck? Impact Champion looks like trash right now. This is fucking not AEW. Yeah, I don't know the names of their shows. Like, this is not All Out or something. This is fucking Hard to Kill. It's an Impact Wrestling show, and you had Rich Swann, the champion, lose? God damn it. So annoying. But then again, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson won, so I guess the Impact Wrestling Tag Champs look amazing. Let me see. I'm going to scroll up a little bit. M. Xavier says, in my opinion, Kenny is a great wrestler, but not a good character. Thank you. I think they are working on his character just a little bit, though, so we can see. Mike for Life saying, can we all agree that Raw is awful? Yes, we can agree Raw is awful. Even last week, dude, that Triple H thing, it's like, what are you doing? And, God, that fireball, that was silly. Randy Orton did a good job selling it, but you can sell stupid pretty well. Oh. Mike for Life saying, yes, make the Impact chat look strong. Thank you. Yes, and once again, make Rich Swann look strong. Rich Swann is one of the most amazing fucking wrestlers on the show. Like him, he's second fiddle to like maybe Chris Bay. I think Chris Bay is still the best fucking wrestler on the show. But dude, you guys can do a lot better than what you have here. And I love this. The best heel in the AEW versus Impact thing is Tony Khan by far. Oh, Tony Khan. I didn't even say Don Callis. Yeah, how is Tony Khan? I'm curious what your reason is to that. I'll give you some time to respond to that, but for me, Don Callis is a very good heel manager. I love hating that guy. He's so hyper and so just all over Kenny Omega's dick. Like, that guy's kind of an asshole. We'll do the ratings in a little bit, but I want to take some time while our boy answers me. Oh, have you seen the commercials he has put on Impact? No, I haven't. Holy shit, I should probably check those out. But for a second here, guys, I'm going to change up what we're going to do. So we already done with the review. I'll save that for the last, the Ringside Warzone thing. I'll actually rate this compared to the other shows. But the thing I got to talk about next, guys, is easily the news of the wrestling world. And there has been a lot. I don't know what to say about this. I was going to wait for tonight to bring this up. But yeah, Brody Lee, birthday party set for AEW Dynamite. Going to be honest, guys, I don't know if this is a good idea. I love Brody Lee. He's cool. Is it Brody Lee Jr.'s birthday? Oh, I read that wrong. Okay, never mind. No, that's fine. That's fine. I thought it was... Oh, man. See, guys? I'm so glad I got another chance to look at this. I'm about to say some wrong shit. What I was going to say, basically, is I thought it was Brody Lee's birthday. And I was going to be like, yo, let's not do that, guys. We just went through a lot of tributes. Let's not overdo it. But Brody Lee Jr. should definitely have a good birthday and have a cool little thing going on. So, yeah, never mind. But I just don't want them to overuse or like they squeezed the fuck out of the fruit that is Brody Lee's death, and it's beginning to look a little like disrespect. Like, leave him alone, guys. You know, I know he passed away and it sucks, but like, it reminds me of like when they did a storyline with Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero's death. Like, Rey Mysterio won the Royal Rumble because Eddie died. It's like, come on, guys. Like, this is fucking goofy wrestling, and like the dude literally died, and his fucking family are like upset. Like, stop. You know. But yeah, Brody's a good dude. No, you're right. All of this. Mike for Life saying, should AEW and Impact Wrestling have a crossover pay-per-view champion versus champion? Yes, they should do like a Ring Wars type fucking thing. They should do a champion, blah blah blah. But like, I also want to see some storylines with no championships. I want to see like some fucking like hatred. Like maybe Jon Moxley accidentally fucks up somebody on that show. Like, dude, like you guys said in the chat, Mike for Life, M. Xavier, all you guys said this in the chat. Dude, John Moxley versus Sammy Callahan would be so fucking great, and no title is necessary. Just them being like, hey, you think you're a badass? Or you think you're a badass? Oh, fuck you. No, fuck you. Boom. Fight. I would love it. I would also want to see Eric Young go in and maybe go against, like, SCU or somebody like that. Eric Young is fucking great. And that new group, I forgot their name already, so guess it doesn't say much, right? But I like their group quite a bit. What you call it? Yeah, Vince gives no fucks. He really does not. He really does not give no fucks. Which sucks, man, because I think sometimes this man gets a bad rep for lots of bad decisions he has made and lots of the heel tactics he's had in real life. But the guy does have talent, and the guy does have a love and passion for this. So it's like, I like to defend him. And if Vince died tomorrow, I would fucking cry myself to sleep. But still, man, like, Vince be fucking up sometimes. So I totally get why you're saying that, dude. But moving on. And, you know, some more news going on. WWE Fastlane pay-per-view is for sure returning. I think it's kind of cool. I feel like it should have been just Elimination Chamber, though. I'm going to be honest. Because, for one, I would love to see the Elimination Chamber with, like, the whole, like, Thunderdome thing, with, like, there's no audience there. I thought that would have been cool. And plus, too, like, Elimination Chamber is one of those shows where, like, even though we all know WrestleMania is more important and Royal Rumble is more important, but Elimination Chamber is just fun. It's like, hey, you pretty much know who's going to win, but how are they going to do it? How are they going to entertain you with all the crazy wrestling isms that can happen? By the way, as you guys can see, Fast Relief and a Delightful Chew, Pepto-Bismol. It's fucking stupid advertisement. Just, I like that they advertise this right next to Ronda Rousey. She's like, yeah, I got the shits. But yeah, Fastlane, I think it's cool, but they could have used a different pay-per-view there. I don't know what they're going to use Fastlane for. We already know what we're going to get at WrestleMania, so I feel like it's kind of a waste of time, to be honest. Mike for Life saying, if Ethan Page was still part of Impact Wrestling, the North versus FTR would be a great... Oh my god, the North, yes! That'd be fucking amazing. Solid saying, I think they can't fit the chamber in the place they're using for the Thunder. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I can see that. And yeah, Dodie is some poo-poo caca. Brought to you by Pepto-Bismol. This shit is stupid. Here's another thing, too. I want to bring up really quick. Chad, I don't know too much about this. I'm going to scroll down and try to find out. You know, once again, it's just me finding news right before we start the show. But Mark Henry is upset about some of the stuff that Ryback has said, saying, you know, Ryback should apologize for recent comments. Mark Henry, would you also say that about all the women and all the people that have dealt with racism and sexism and all the shit that happens? Would you want them to come and apologize for recent comments because he disrespected wrestling? Like, dude, Mark, don't forget, bro. Because of a prank, you ate a shit sandwich, literally. Don't defend fucking pro wrestling like that. Like, if Ryback has a reason to be upset, then let him be upset. And Mark Henry should be upset. They've done him wrong many a fucking time. I feel like, yeah, don't shame someone for disrespecting the business. Or just not being so fond of the business, because that's like some weird religion shit. Treat WWE like it's fucking church. Don't you say Vince McMahon's name in vain. Like, what the fuck? He's a guy. Who gives a fuck? Like, you know, I remember this happened with the Young Bucks when they were used to be called Generation Me, and they came to a WWE house show, did some stuff with her. I think it might have been like a indie show, but they did it, and Booker T was backstage, and I guess the Young Bucks didn't shake Booker T's hand, and he's like, "Oh no, you're not doing this for fucking wrestling. You know, you know, when you're a wrestler, you come out, you shake everybody's fucking hand. Don't you dare fucking disrespect me not shaking my hand." And it's like, you just like nullified the amazingness of a handshake. No one has the option to not shake your fucking hand. I thought you would appreciate someone not bugging you for the fucking shaking of your hand. Like, what the fuck? So I felt like that was weird, and it literally, I think, is one of the biggest reasons that AEW even happened. Because if it wasn't for the Young Bucks not being WWE and aligning themselves to Cody Rhodes, etc., they wouldn't be in AEW. So, kind of thank you, Booker T, but then also fuck you because, you know, you're a dick. Don't be a dick. You know, that should be the main rule. Don't be a dick. But let me see over here. The quote here says, Ryback can't take away what I achieved. There's no way that your bitter ass, and I'm talking to you, Ryback, your name is not Ryback. I don't even know your real name. Skip, whatever it is, you are Ron. Let me read the rest of this. Every wrestler that sees your face should walk up to you and say, hey, you're an asshole. And I hope you know how to fight for real, because you know, and I know, there's a lot of people that will whoop your ass. If I saw you, I would tell you, hey, man, you're an asshole. And if you want it with me, you can get the first one. Go ahead. Your punches taste like candy. there's a bunch of guys out there that feel the same way that I do, the way you text you on our business. I feel my family with this business. All right. You know, that's crazy. Yeah, like, because here's the thing. I heard some bad shit about Ryback, and you're saying, like, his punches taste like candy. Ask CM Punk what he feels about that shit, because Ryback pretty much took years off his fucking life, kicking him in the gut and fucking up his back. So, I don't know, man. I feel like, who knows, maybe this could be a thing where they're trying to go into business with each other. I don't know. It could be fake. I can't tell. Yeah, Mark Henry's a little bit of a Vince bootlicker. And that sucks too, man, because I've heard stories of Mark Henry, like, when they got him serious, it was because of a prank Vince pulled on him, and Mark Henry was about to beat Vince's ass. So, I don't know how true that is, but I hope that Mark Henry isn't a fucking idiot. He's because I love Mark Henry. Sweet fucking guy. And honestly, he's pretty good for his size. I think he's a great wrestler. Great character, great talker. So, I don't know, man. It is what it is. But moving on. We already talked about Be the Booker. We already talked about some news of the wrestling week. But now it's time for our actual ratings for this show. So, here's the thing, guys. Impact Wrestling. Hard to Kill, 2021. I feel like this was a very, very bad pay-per-view, but a very, very good show. I thought all the matches were amazing. I thought Matt Cardona, his debut was fucking great. I love the music. I love the choices they made for the winners and losers of some of the matches. I think the knockouts were done great. I just hate that main event. I hate the writing of that main event. And I feel very blue-balled as far as the whole Sami Callihan, Eddie Edwards thing. I feel like there's so much more there. But because that match was a barbed wire match, that might be the last chapter of their fucking rivalry. Like, what's Eddie Edwards going to do next? Like, I don't know, man. It's just, there's lots of questions here. And maybe I got to be patient, watch Impact Wrestling tomorrow, and I will be reviewing that tomorrow if you guys are down with it. And here's the thing, people. If you guys are down for me to do a show tomorrow, let me know in the chat right now, actually, because, yeah, I'm trying to feel this whole thing out. I like talking about wrestling, but I don't want to overstep any kind of, like, content bounds with people, because I know you guys already get asked to watch a lot of shit. So I don't want to fucking, like, throw more on you guys, because I want you guys to be part of this. I want you guys to actually come in here and shoot the shit with me, etc., etc. But as far as long-term booking, Xavier, I think they are definitely doing that with some of the storylines, but I don't know. I hope that's the case with Eddie Edwards, man. Ooh, Mike for Life. Man, you're a good fucking booker yourself, man. Yeah, Eddie Edwards versus Cody, that would be a great match. I would love that shit, dude. Or even, who's that new girl that's fucking around with Cody? I think her versus Jordan Grace would be incredible. God, there's so many matches they could be doing there. Yeah, man, like I said, I mean, I'm a huge fan of what Impact Wrestling is doing right now. I really am. But, yeah, it can use some work, which, I mean, everything can. I mean, this is nothing like their Destination America days. They were doing some incredible shit all last year and even now. I mean, even this intro, man. We are the night. Love these guys. Love the song. But, yeah, for me, 3 out of 5 is my official rating. It's a very right down the middle of the fucking show for me. I really, really like what Impact Wrestling's doing on the main shows, but the things that are really going to help your business as far as wrestling goes and as far as storylines is the pay-per-views. You got to make it worth not pirating. I honestly would have bought this if it was good. I would have been like, you know what, I want to watch this and get the footage for it and then show it on the show. I would have not, like, stole it. Like, I don't mind. I paid for WWE Network, and 2 years ago I was paying for Ring of Honor pay-per-views. So I'd pay for it. I think lots of fans are just like me. I think many people would pay for it. But like this, yeah, man, you got to make sure to be better than the shows. And, if I'm going to get a better show watching it live on TV, then that's what I'm going to do. But, with that said, guys, I have been talking up a fucking storm. So we're going to be leaving. I will be back tonight before What Up Son doing a pre-show. We're going to be talking about a new trailer for Willy Wonderland. I haven't even seen it yet. I just know it's crazy apparently. So we're going to check that out. Should be free. Or I read your comment while I was thinking that. I meant to say it should be fun. But, and someone just actually hit me up. So, yeah, I'm probably going to be leaving literally as soon as I finish the next sentence. But the thing is, though, guys, yeah, doing that for the pre-show today. And then after the pre-show, during What Up Son, we're going to be doing Monday Night Raw reviews. So that should be fun. I hope you guys join me, dude. Seriously, it'll be fucking badass. But with that said, it's time for us to get the fuck out of here. So thank you. Enjoy yourselves. I will see you guys later on. I can't rate nobody, though. I will tell you that. I cannot rate anybody. But it's all good. Goodbye. That's it.